We're live, it's working, we're here live. It's time
Hello,
for
everybody.
Type 40. Live in Derby with her and him and me.
We are here. We hope this is working. We haven't got a clue, but we're here at the TARDIS. A very nice gentleman has let us stand outside his TARDIS. Let's show the gentleman. Thank you, sir. And here we are in Derby at Whoverville 14, podcasting live, we hope.
Yes,
That's the plan, everybody.
So
keep watching.
Hopefully you can see us, hopefully you can hear us, we don't know. But we're going to hopefully bring you loads more stuff during the day. If this works, we're going to be back during the day, aren't we, Dan?
That's the plan. Obviously, results may vary. Stay tuned.
keep watching.
We'll be back.
Stay
I
tuned.
promise we'll be back. Okay, we're live, the counter's working. I'm Dan Hadley, Birmingham's king of the geeks, but I'm not in Birmingham at the moment. I'm in Derby, I'm at Whoverville, and we're live yet again, and I'm here with the Kickstart comics sensation that is Cutaway Comics here. So we have Sean, we have Mark, and we have the writer Ian Winterton here as well. And you know, they've got all their wares out on the table, all the punters, all the attendees here, and lots of bargains to be had, lots of bundles and bargains, and all the rest of it. Check it all out, everybody. It's a bit like Sale of the Century, isn't it? So, Ian, which of these comics have you written?
Right, well, the ones that are published, I wrote this one, which is Demon of Eden in this version, which is a collected version of my backup strip.
Scary stuff.
But the skin put this together as a lovely, the skin himself, which is quite an honour, put it together as a lovely black and white.
The Doctor Who Weekly.
Free transfers, everyone. Free transfers.
And this has gone down very well with people who,
Well,
the people who it's aimed at.
I love a nun. I have to admit, I do love a nun.
Really good.
Yes, nuns with guns can't go wrong. What are you holding
And
here?
that there is, I wrote Sutek. This is the one we published to go out when we went down to LA in February to Galley One.
Flash.
Yeah, Flash. So we printed some to sell there, and it's not quite from the printers yet. So this is the only copy here. So it's not for sale. But this is exclusive. But that's lovely Adrian Salmon artwork. And on the other side is thank you, my glamorous assistant. On the other side we have John Ridgway of 2000 AD and Voyager and Hellblazer fame, doing the art for Omega, which Mark Griffiths, one of our great writers and great friend, but he's just published, what's his Doctor Who book?
He's got one of the Decades collection.
Yeah, he's got one of the Decades
Had a
collection.
story with Origins.
Yeah, so he's just doing lots of Doctor Who books for BBC Books at the moment. I technically read the last 4 pages of Omega as well, because Brian Blessed himself. Where's Brian Blessed? We did Brian Blessed in our audio adaptation of Mark's first Omega thing, and when I was talking to Brian, for reasons I can't reveal, but he started saying Omega is basically Time Lord Satan, and then that made us think of classic depictions of Satan, and that meant that our Omega, his big battle suit, I decided we've got to give it wings, inspired by because Lucifer often has wings in Paradise Lost, etc.
Very, very biblical.
So the storyline is affected directly by Brian Blessed playing Omega, which is just great for
it any other way. Can you, the man, the legend, the beard, how you managed to work with somebody like that? It really is incredible. Because this is the thing, is that there's a lot of great writers that work for Cutaway Comics. There's Stephen White, of course. Various people getting involved in lots of different projects. But Cutaway Comics, though, Sean, it's very unique how it all comes together, isn't it? Because it's kind of crowdfunding through Kickstarter.
Yeah. So we, the start of each series, we run a Kickstarter. We'll have bonus content, extra things. So we also always, if you order direct from Cutaway Comics, we always do a bonus DVD. You can only get these
If you back it, if you back the...
if you
order from the
from
website
Cutaway.
afterwards.
So you can get these in some comic shops. Your local comic shop can order them from Diamond, but they won't come with the DVD. So this is our Paradise Towers sequel. We've got interviews with Stephen Wyatt. We've got a documentary about the Kang.
Red Cancer Fest.
Well, you'll be surprised on the document, because I asked that question and yellow came out on top. But I think more of a pity thing.
I'll just look after that one. There you go. This is the kind of bundle you get. You get all the comics, all the extras there. Get over to the website, Cutaway Comics.
That's a complete story.
The extras they get, it's Matt's a lot to do with sort of producing the
So
extras.
what's your title, Matt? What do you do for Cutaway Comics?
Associate producer, which makes me feel very JNT, I think. But yeah, no, I mean, a lot of this was an idea formed before lockdown, and lockdown allowed us to connect with a lot of people on Zoom through these discs. Each one comes with a commentary, newly recorded Doctor Who story with various creatives behind, and some unexpected names on there, people who've never done commentaries before.
The name's a secret, or can you tease a couple of the names out? Patricia Quinn from the Rocket
Patricia
Show.
Quinn was so much fun.
No, she was. I liked Patricia.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You take the coin.
And
Take the coin.
yeah, and we had Paul Joyce.
Oh, we've spoken to Paul. He's been on the show.
Yeah. He was great. He was good fun. And my friend Waterhouse, who I've just bumped into in the toilet. I was going to say hello, but I thought I'll say hello when he's not.
There are some things here. It's best left to the social niceties until one is fully dressed.
And Graham
The boys are back in the
Harper,
barracks.
Graham Harper, Philip Hinchcliffe. If you buy this Omega CD, audio CD, it's Brian Blessed does the most amazing mind warp commentary, which we did over Zoom. Oh, it's brilliant.
Right,
Yes.
it's Perry.
Brand new stories. You get Brian Blessed. You get commentaries. Everything's going on. Lots of creative ideas here at Cutaway Comics.
More to come.
How can it possibly get any better, Sean?
Paradise Towers. This is the first volume. I'll start writing the second volume next week, and then that will be out next week.
Big year-long
Gods and Monsters. We've got an Iris Wild Time comic coming up.
What's great about Gods and Monsters is part of it is because of the honour. The great Bob Baker,
Oh, Bob, yes.
who's been a big part of the success of it.
The late great Bob Baker, of course, who came on Type 40 Live. We had a brilliant time with Bob. We'll always be grateful. Always remember him very fondly.
So he wrote that for us, and as it turned out, sadly, that was his last professional piece of writing.
Stunning cover there. I think that's my favourite one so far. Eldrad must live, of course. And if you don't agree, then you're wrong.
Bob Baker, legend.
Yeah. And basically, that's the sequel to The Hand of Fear. I'm getting to write part of it as a sequel to the sequel to The Hand of Fear with the same artist, Stephen B. Scott, and that involves Drax, and then it involves Thavels, which I've worked with Stephen Gallagher, who's also written for us. So I'm working with him. So we've got Thavels, Eldrad, Omega.
The Bee Gees, aren't they?
Yeah, just like the Bee Gees, yeah. Or like Rolf Harris, as we said.
Can't mention. You are live. I didn't hear that.
Oh, yes.
So we've got Thavels. Who else? Who did you say?
Omega, Iris Wild Time, Drax. Drax is a big part of it. And then characters that have been invented. The Antonines from the Warriors Gate novelisation have been developed, and so I invented the name Losco, and Stephen is now writing an issue of Our Gods and Monsters using this character that now, after 40 years, now has a name.
Well, this is it, isn't it? The expanded universe of Doctor Who. That's what it's all about. Maximum creativity, huge amounts of talent, enthusiasm.
The hunter-killer that shot the privateer that crashes in Warriors Gate.
It's now called to ask about that. These guys have got all the questions coming to Cutaway Comics very, very soon. So tell them again, where's the best place to get your titles?
The best place is the Cutaway Comics website, which is cutawaycomics.co.uk. And then if you order direct from there, you get all the lovely bonus discs. But if you can also ask your local comic store to order them in from Diamond.
Look at that on the back.
That's Faustine, which is about to hit, which is almost back from the printers.
Which should have been here this weekend.
Yeah, which is Stephen Gallagher. Stephen Gallagher's amazing 40 pages of Faustine.
Stephen, when are you going to come to talk to Type 40? Coming for you, mate.
I'll give you his number. He loves doing a podcast.
Thanks for all that, guys. Fascinating stuff. Some great reading to be had here. So go and find their website. And you're on social media as well, aren't you, gentlemen?
Yes.
All of you. So go and find them there. Stay tuned for more Type 40 live from Whoverville here in Derby with myself, Simon, Sarah, and everybody else. We're going to cross and grab them on camera. Stay tuned. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the cluster bell so you get all the notifications about what's going on today and the other days. Speak to you all again. Bye.
Hey, we are live, indeed, we are live. Welcome back. We are still at the Quad in Derby, having just the best day you could possibly imagine. Here we are now with the man. This is Chris Hoyle. This is the guy who is in charge. He is the MC. You're in charge of the stage, in fact, are you?
That's right, absolutely, yeah. So we've got a running order for the whole event, and it's my job to make sure that who's on next is there in time, to who's going off is going off in time, and big up the entrances and exits to bookend it, yeah.
What we're doing, a lot of bigging up of entrances and exits all the time on Type 40.
Can you say that? I'm not sure whether you can.
People say nobody does introductions like us. Maybe Chris here does. Do you want to give us a blast of your MC technique right now from here?
Okay,
Introduce Type 40 for us.
So here we are at the Quad, and I kind of have a massive Whovervillian bombastic welcome for Type 40 here at the Quad for Whoverville 14.
Woohoo! Fantastic.
Fabulous.
Fantastic.
And you've even got, I wouldn't argue with you because you're clearly the sheriff in town because you are wearing a particular accessory.
That's right, yes. Yes, this belt, yes.
That's how you know, everybody.
That's a belt. That is a belt.
The hell it is.
That is definitely a belt.
Probably didn't expect that precise angle or shot when he woke up this morning, but we like to give people the unexpected.
We might get blocked on YouTube for that. Simply, we might get blocked.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares?
Let's quit while we're ahead, everybody.
So, are you a Doctor Who fan? Is the most important question, Chris.
Yeah, a little bit, yes. A little bit, yes.
And who would your favourite Doctor be, would we say? Can we guess on maybe, would it be Tom Baker? No, I'm not getting any Tom Baker vibes.
On the contrary, no, actually, with the third.
Oh, fantastic. I thought it might be something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do like John's. Well, all of them splendid chaps.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
John's your man.
John's, I do like what John brought to the role.
I mean, we'd hate to sort of age you in any way at all. Did you grow up with John, or did you, of course, discover John later? On
Yes, it was
britbox?
retrospectively.
Of course,
yeah, of course.
Of course,
Yeah. But I was of that time. Yeah.
I like how you say we hate to age you, but we don't. We do it on purpose.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Listen, John is one of my Doctor. Well, I've got John and Tom because I grew up with Tom,
Likewise.
but I started watching with John, and I always say to Dan, my earliest memory in life is of the Demons. He's Bob from the Demons. So I was 3 years old.
Chap with the wings.
Absolutely. Do you have an earliest memory of John?
Well, funnily enough, I do remember for John's last season, they changed the title graphics.
Yeah, they did.
And they went for the slit scan sort of tunnel, which became synonymous with Tom Baker. But when John Pertwee's face appeared, there was a sort of an effect put over it that to my infant mind looked like cellophane, and I thought he was suffocating, and it absolutely horrified me. And so the music, the music, and then that visage, it really it stuck in my mind. Yes,
that was part of what got you loving Doctor Who.
I think that's what hooks me, dragged me in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so tell us about the guests we've got here today, because that's the big thing, isn't it? What guests are you introducing today at Whoville? The best convention in the universe.
We have just had Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred, 7th Doctor and Ace, and of course Radagast in The Hobbit. Great conversation about that. And
They've missed that, sorry.
You've missed that. Currently on, we've got Matthew Waterhouse.
In that room right there.
Who's Adric, who's looking remarkably well considering he crashed into the Earth on a spaceship.
Gold star for survival.
And he's an masterpiece there.
Yeah,
He's all
it's all right.
We've also got Michael Jaston, and of course Paul McGann. Paul McGann is in the building.
Now listen, we haven't actually seen Paul McGann as yet. I am told he's in the building.
Or he hasn't seen us.
Or he has seen us.
This guy's really
So I don't feel my day's complete until I have seen Paul McGann. So if you see him around, just nudge it, because the people at home, they want to see Paul McGann.
They do. They
want to see Paul McGann.
Absolutely. He's somewhere.
Have you met him yet?
I briefly passed him at breakfast.
So you've been in the same airspace?
I've been in the same airspace. I breathed his...
Paul McGann?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Wow.
I found it invigorating. It enlivened me, yes.
Did he kick you as you went past? Did he smile?
A bit of both, actually. He smiled about the kicking, actually.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So you're going to get to introduce him later?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And is this the first time you've done Whovian, or are you?
No, I've done the emceeing a few times. I've also done interviews on stage before, as well as interviews up in Leeds that we've done. But the reason we started coming to Whoverville right back in the day was that I'm part of a filmmaking group that made our own Doctor Who adventures. So we came down to promote and sell those.
Really?
And DVDs. And that's right. Then Steve very generously then sort of said, well, I'd like you to be involved on a greater footing. So here we are.
Result?
The rest is history.
The rest indeed.
And what do people need to do next year? I mean, it's too late for this year. Everybody's sitting watching us at home now.
You say that, Simon, but tickets are already on sale for Whoverville 15. Be there or somewhere else. Yes.
So
tickets
you
are available.
You don't want to miss out. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You've got to get on.
And the guests are always absolutely top whack. They're fantastic guests.
I'm right in thinking there's going to be a guest announced today, isn't there?
I think there is.
So Steve promised.
Yeah, he did.
Still fine.
Yeah, we need to know who the guest is for next year. So stay tuned. We will try to bring you a live exclusive of who the guest is once they're announced by Steve later on today.
We'll get an exclusive somehow, Simon.
Absolutely. So you've got to come back next year. I hope you'll be here next year.
I hope I will as well.
I hope we are. We'll chat to you again.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Thanks for your time, Chris.
Oh, no problem at all.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Cheers.
And stay tuned for more live Type 40 right here from the quad in a little while. Of course I remember him doing
Jewish, Catholic,
Careful, we're about to go live. We're about to go live. Careful. Listen,
we are live.
Look who we are. We are now live. Look who we are with. Living legends.
No, you don't recognise me. I'm far too old.
And Mike and genuine, actual Doctor Who. This man played the Doctor.
Yeah, you are the Doctor. You are
The evil,
Doctor.
yeah.
Can we have a laugh?
Taxi.
My daughter, when I did that around the Potteries with Jeff Hughes,
Yeah, that's it.
my daughter then, how old was she? Well, she's 34 now. She must have been about 10 or 11. She would say, "Oh, do it again, do it again." I'm not doing it.
Nobody does. Nobody does an even laugh.
Big finish.
People laughing at the back, Michael. People love you, don't they? Doctor Who fans love you.
So how has it been today here at Whovians?
Oh, I love it. Well, whenever I go back home after one of these events, my wife says, "You're happy for about 2 days." I said, "It's the people." All right, I'm absolutely true. And all right, same kind of Doctor Who people. I've been to Chicago, Los Angeles, Maryland, you name it, in the States. Same kind of people. It's a family.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I was in Germany for 18 months national service. Didn't like the Germans. I'm not prejudiced. I've got reasons for not liking the Germans, apart from the women. Some of the women, amazing. But Doctor Who, I went there. I had never been to Germany.
Yeah.
Doctor Who fans, unbelievably.
What?
Exactly the same as they are here and in Germany, yes.
So it's just as big over in Germany?
Dress up. Oh, yeah, Kassel, whatever it is. Beautiful. And I don't know what it is. I mean, there's some annoying, occasionally people say, "Oh, so. Oh, how are you doing? I don't want to ask how I'm doing when I'm not doing all that well. You know what I mean? Or how are you? I never ask anybody that now.
How long have you got? When people say
How
that to
long
me,
have you
how
got?
long have you got?
Well, it's like Eric Morecambe when he said, "Oh, when he was on a stretcher, the first time when he had the heart attack, somebody said, oh, before you go, could you just sign this?" He said, "Before I go."
Fantastic. But listen, I've got to tell you this. You are not going to remember this, but you and I worked together. I worked with you on my very first job in television. I drove you round Yorkshire on Adam's Family Tree.
My God,
with the kids.
Tracy Louise Ward.
Correct.
And
Anthony Lewis. Anthony Lewis. Do you remember Anthony Lewis? Who's a huge actor now? I drove you all the way around Yorkshire, Beckhole, Goathland.
Look at that face, everybody.
1997 that was, and that was my first job in television. And it was my pleasure to drive you round. I was just a mere runner, and I spent a week driving
Was it
you
Tracy
around.
Louise Ward? No, that's Three Women. That was with the...
It was Jacqueline. It was Jacqueline Naylor.
I got the wrong thing altogether, but I know exactly. You're talking, the lead in that was...
Anthony Lewis.
No, there was somebody else in it. Cap 6 Law.
No, I'm talking about Adam's Family Tree.
Oh, I beg your pardon. And I work with that guy. He's now in...
Correct. Anthony Lewis is now in... He does loads and loads of stuff. Anyway,
but he's now with David Jason in that... Still Open All Out.
And I drove you round for a week, but I couldn't bring myself to say you were great as the Valeyard. So, all these years later, can I just say, you were great as the Valeyard. I've waited many, many years to say that.
Dear.
Because he was an absolute star. To drive this guy around, you were a star. You were brilliant.
Well, you see, Adam's Family Tree, all right, they were all youngsters. I've been told this twice. I was told, this is a long time ago, oh, you mustn't swear in front of the...
Now, remember
I said, of course I'm not going to swear. They were all, how old?
Yeah, well, they're about 12. They're about 12.
Who swears?
The kids.
Oh, no. Really, appalling. I said, listen, you tell me not to swear, tell them not to swear. This is upsetting me immensely. Anyway, I got on so well with them.
They were brilliant.
Privately, I was swearing with them as well. And privately, I liked him. He's doing all he's
doing absolutely fine. He got through
he
it.
He sent his love through Stephanie Cole, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
Mike,
but go on.
Well, Mike, you've had such a great career in television and film. Where does the part in Doctor Who sit with you on the stack?
On the pantheon.
Well, it's up there because it's Doctor Who's it's like EastEnders. I was in six episodes of EastEnders. That's a classic. I did a small part in Coronation Street. That's another classic. This is a classic. Only Fools and Horses is a classic.
I forget all the things that this man has done.
Well, I know, because you're far too young, aren't you?
Thank
silly
you.
Devil.
Is it a tenner? We agreed a tenner.
Why have I got my arms around you?
You don't even know us. He doesn't know us.
You can't do it anymore.
No, you can't do it anymore. No. So it's been fun being here today, reliving the Valeyard yet again. Are you ever going to get
the Doctor? Let's
the Doctor.
No, Ken, I've told him.
Of course I'm not. Why?
You are the Doctor, aren't you?
I tend to think that I told you, well, just now in that interview,
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Who, it'll still last, but it's not as good as it used to be.
Quite right. Better than you were.
Where is the damned humour in it, for instance?
Mm-hmm.
There's no humour.
Well, there's not
Capaldi.
you. It needs you.
No, it doesn't need me, but I want to it needs the humour back.
But every hero is only as good as his villain, Michael.
But would you come back if they asked you to come back?
Yeah, of course I
would. Come back? Come on.
What kind of storyline?
Russell T Davies.
No, come on.
Oh, you'd be fantastic.
No.
Who doesn't want to see the Valeyard?
I don't think Russell T Davies would. Don't forget, I worked with Moffat when he did Press Gang.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought of that years
Another
ago.
classic.
Played a fantastic part in it. What was it? Colonel something or other. Marvellous part.
Colonel X, was it?
Yeah, with Julia Sawala.
Yeah, and Dexter Fletcher.
And Dexter, Dexter went through a bad time, and now he came back. He's a marvellous director.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, he and Julia were having a bit of a...
Yeah, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Because the American director, I got in there early, and I thought Dexter and Julia were having a scene together. And I thought, my God, what energy. I like Julia. Julia's turned into a very good actress. And Dexter,
Yeah,
of course.
brilliant.
At one point, I thought Dexter, his career wasn't going very well. But now he's on top of them.
He's absolutely right.
Oh, I know. He's a
creative
marvelous
work,
But you
director.
you still keep coming back as well to do the behind the sofas on the Blu-rays, don't you? You enjoy doing.
Oh yeah. With
You often do with Colin.
Oh no, the last time was about well over a year ago.
But it's nice to see you back doing them.
Yeah, but there aren't any more coming
We'll
out.
get you back for something.
What's the
Yeah.
food like when you do that? What do they give you to eat?
Is it good? Is it good
Biscuits good?
hospitality?
Where?
Good hospitality.
Where?
When you do the behind the sofas?
Good hospitality. You get good.
Oh, I think you're talking about Big Finish, aren't you?
No.
Used to be.
No.
You get lobster and stuff, so everybody wanted to do it, but
It's gotta be.
then they moved.
You can't watch the telly. If you're watching the stuff on behind the sofa, you can't watch the telly without having some little nibbles, some biscuits.
Oh no, not really. I don't know what we are. We're having nothing really.
Listen, Michael, it's been an absolute pleasure to
Oh,
chat to you.
I wish you'd have said that before. I'm so sorry. I mean, I thought I'd work with you. I thought you were a technician years ago.
I was.
I'm not going to say that because
I was many.
But I didn't know it was
years
that.
ago.
No.
Many years ago.
No, thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Michael
It
Jason,
certainly
for
has.
goodness sakes, this
Goodbye,
is the man.
everybody.
This is the
Thank you
man.
for your time, Michael.
Thank
You've
you.
been
Thank you
great.
so much. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, we're here live at Whoverville. Here at the gang, we're having a brilliant time. And look who we found. The one, the only, Missy. And this lovely woman is Heather. And she's going to tell us something about very important today.
Yeah, I'm here today selling these raffle tickets for Whoverville, and it's to raise money for the Hoovers and for this event to be happened. And it's £2 a strip. You can have a Missy strip or a TARDIS strip. So it's £2 a strip or 50p a ticket.
And this is.
And then I might say something nice.
And so this is basically so the Hoovers can put Whoverville on again next year.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it ain't going to happen.
Exactly.
Well, I've got my £2. I'm going to have a blue strip, please, Heather.
Okay, you're
I'm
good.
definitely going to
Just
have
fiddling with my small change again, everybody.
You are going to get us blocked on
Do you want me to
YouTube.
Say something really nice.
Thank you very much, Heather. There's my
Good.
£2.
Wonderful.
There's my blue
I'm
TARDIS strip.
going to have to have a purple one on
Right,
top of
oh
this.
yes, yeah. Well, I think the Missy ones are much luckier.
I think
And are you having a good day here today, Heather?
I am. I'm having a fantastic time.
Is this
It's been lots of fun. Harassing people.
is this the best convention in the world?
Oh, definitely.
Without a doubt.
Definitely.
And so, what's been the highlight of your day so far? Apart from meeting us, obviously. Apart from meeting Type 40.
Terrorising and harassing people to buy tickets.
And are people going for it?
Oh yeah, I've sold loads of them.
And have you met anybody famous yet? That's what we need to know.
No, I haven't, not yet.
Have you met Paul McGann? We haven't met Paul
He's over
McGann.
there. He's in there somewhere.
I want to meet Paul McGann.
We all do. Exactly. We all do.
Paul makes me sound like that as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us
Thank
today,
you,
Heather.
Heather.
Stay tuned for more Type 40 Live, yeah?
Click the buttons. Like and subscribe. Click the buttons. Click the buttons. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
We're live, and we're slightly Dutch, but we're actually still in Derby, here for Whoverville 14.
We're still here, folks.
At Quad, I've got Simon 1, and this gentleman 2. This is Doctor Who convention legend, mythmaker, interviewer extraordinaire. This is Mr. Robert Dick.
Hello. That was quite a build-up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you better be good now.
We never
You
speak
better
on
be
the call,
good.
I'm still with Simon.
He's going to have to be good now. Well, do we know if he's
He
actually
looks
going to be any
he
good?
looks like he's on his way for a drink.
Right, what is this?
I smell
on this because I've just been on stage interviewing Matthew Waterhouse stuff. I wore this especially.
That was Diego Maradona.
And the people before us were Sylvester and Sophie, and Sylvester's left his coffee cup. So I'll be selling this if anybody wants it.
So this is Sylvester's cup.
And it's still got, like in the Big Bang Theory, you could clone.
That is
Sylvester's
spit in there, isn't it? So you're going to be auctioning this next one?
No, I was selling.
Put it on eBay.
I'm taking the proceeds.
Quite right.
The Netherlands John.
Somebody's going to want it. Somebody's definitely going to want it.
I'm going to put it down.
So tell us then, Robert, what have you been up to today then?
Well, I'm here with two hats on, neither of which you can see. Because for the event, I've interviewed Matthew, which was a good laugh.
Everybody should have a t-shirt like this. This is just the best t-shirt.
I don't know who did it.
We are hoping to get a chat with Matthew Waterhouse later. Matthew, if you're watching this, which you're not, where is he? Where is he?
Matthew. Later, mate. No, we'll get him.
He keeps pestering us to be on camera. We haven't got time. We're talking to Robert.
So with my Whoviverville hat on, I've been interviewing Matthew. He's always funny on stage, but also we're talking about his writing. Rather than talking about Doctor Who 40 years ago, because he's written 2 Doctor Who novels.
Yes.
I finished them.
Yes.
He spoke about writing in the events, and great fun was had. And with my other hat, perhaps my other t-shirt on, I am here helping Keith Barnfather do Mythmakers Live 3. I'm not actually interviewing anybody this time because they want to do it themselves. So Sophie's already interviewed Sylvester, and that was the start of the day, and then at the end of the day, Sylvester's going to interview Sophie.
So you've missed this already. You should have been at Whoverville.
You won't be able to buy it.
So this is the way to do it. So the interview where Sylvester and Sophie are chatting to each other, that's going to be released by Real Time Pictures as a Mythmakers DVD coming up.
So I'm here with 2 different t-shirts on.
Fantastic.
And I always come to Whoviverville, and I always love it. That is a great event every year. It's sold out this year, and it should sell out next year. You should come.
People need to come. I've been saying for a long time, I think this is the best convention on the circuit at the moment in the UK because it's just so friendly.
It's the only one that I absolutely fundamentally miss.
Yeah.
I was invited to something to Scotland this weekend. I can't go to that because it's Whoviverville weekend and I'm going to Whoviverville.
Fantastic. So you're going to be back again next year, hopefully?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. What are you going to do for the rest of the afternoon? Interviewing anybody
I'm
else?
going to help doing the behind the scenes stuff with the rest of the office. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to help do that. That's what I'm going to go and do now in 2 minutes.
But then we've got to go. We've got no more time.
Thank you for your time, Robert.
Thank you very much for your time. Cheers, Robert.
See you again, Simon.
Stay tuned for more Type 40 Live right here from the Whoverville in Quad Derby. You should be here.
Hello everyone, we are back at Whoverville at number 14 as well in Derby, and we said a while ago that we were going to do some physical media with the lovely starry-eyed girl.
Hello.
So you want physical media, we've got physical media. Come with us, come. Okay, go, Sarah,
Go. Christopher Eccleston walkie-talkie. Wow. Fantastic.
Or if books are your thing, then you have got Target books galore. In fact, I've got Doctor Who in the Ark in Space, so it definitely
Brilliant
is that read
story.
as well. Great stories.
What else have we got?
Wonderful portraits over here as
Look at this one.
well.
Let's get that on.
Mummy on the Orient
Can we
Express.
get that in?
How much are we looking at?
How much are we looking at? £3. Oh,
Bargain.
Bargain. Yeah.
Just bought myself. Here we
What have you got?
What have you got?
Just bought Longleat
Woo.
DVD.
Amazing.
You'll get round to them in a minute.
Fantastic. Right, come with this. It's like supermarket sweep this time. If you want comics, we've got comics. If you want figurines, we've got
Oh,
figurines.
apples, they're so cute. Wonderful miniatures.
There's some fabulous memorabilia here as well. You've got your Doctor Who encyclopedia as well by Cosplay. There you go.
So mostly socks. You guys got to view. got some socks.
And some fabulous signed copies of some of your favourite stories as well. So if you're not here, why aren't you here? Some fantastic stuff there. Okay, come on, we've got more. We've got so much more.
That's for Dan. Lusty
Space. Hello.
Very good.
But if they are all your thing, we've got Doctor, we've got Who's Who.
Oh, I know if it's Tom
David's
Baker.
Horizon. Yeah, if you're a bit of Tom Baker, then you're all good. We have, oh wow, these are basically, if you want a bit of variety when it comes to DVDs, this is a place to be. And then, come on, we've got a little bit more, just one more to show you.
13 episodes.
Figurine!
The new Sonic screwdriver.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. Look at that.
One left. Wow, it's Jack. It's Jack. It's Char's favourite.
My favourite gimp suit on the planet.
Sea Devils.
And I said that I wanted the fob watch, didn't I?
Yes, you did, yeah.
There we go. So basically, anything that you can think of from aiming to the heart door. Oh, I think we've even got a bit of Triton. No, but we have got Pertwee.
We've got Pertwee. We've got a Fenderly. We've got lovely phallic Fenderly.
Lovely phallic Fenderly. That's blimey, how often are you allowed to say that on air on a podcast? But it's basically anything that you would want in terms of conventions and then memorabilia and any sort of physical media that I've been really, really wanting to get my hands on. This is where I found it.
So we're going to go shopping now.
We're going to go shopping and maybe have a cheeky bevy while we're at it. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the quad in Derby, Whoverville 14. Who have we got? We've only gone and got Sophie Aldred. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this, Sophie. I basically just attacked her up on the stairs and said, Sophie, you're doing this, did I not?
You did indeed, yes.
Thank you very much for doing this. So tell us all about where are we? What are we doing?
Well, this is an event that I've done several times before, Whoverville, and it's a really lovely thing to do. It's a great venue. The fans are brilliant. You know, they love to come here.
I've always bigged this one up as I think it's the best convention on the circuit because everybody's so friendly.
Every single person we've spoken to. But Steve Hatcher isn't around you though. We come in.
Don't you think it's true? Because it's so friendly. I just think it's such a friendly event.
I must say, I always prefer for sort of the fans, the smaller events where you can just bump into somebody in the corridor.
Which is exactly what I've just done.
Yeah, the big ones are great as well because, you know, you tend to get the big names and things like that, and that's great that you. Thank you. But the smaller ones like this are very Who focused. So like somebody just dragged me just now and said, "Oh, could you come and judge the cosplay competition?" Yeah. We went and had some fun there. And then this time it's very special because we're actually recording a couple of myth makers as well.
Yeah.
So I've recorded Sylvester's. I've asked him all the questions, and he's going to do me this afternoon.
I just think this is such a cool idea. So you put some good probing questions to Sylvester already.
I have indeed.
Right. Okay. And I'm guessing you have no idea what questions are coming your direction from Sylvester.
But the good thing is that fans said to me after the one this morning that what's lovely is it's not like an interview, it's like two mates talking to each other. Well, it is.
That's what you are.
You
are best mates, aren't you?
It's pretty much what we do, isn't it? We have conversations on a podcast. That's all a podcast is. It's a conversation between friends, between fans. And Doctor Who fans, they love you, don't they, Sophie?
Oh, well, they love the character of Ace. Ace was the first character who was sort of feisty, no nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, she
was ahead of her time.
She was ahead of her time.
Literally, she was.
And so many people have come to me over the years and said, I used to be bullied at school and say to myself, what would Ace do? So for me, it's such a privilege to have played a character and still be playing such a character who actually has made a difference to people as well.
I've never looked at it like that. That must be very nourishing.
Very hard.
Really is.
And what was it like to come back into Doctor Who after all those years? You looked like you were having the ball.
I had the time of my life. It was once I got over the initial nerves.
Yeah.
It was so fantastic because Jodie was such a brilliant leader.
Right.
Because
bringing
the thing is,
so
Sylvester was like that too. He said, let's have everybody. win. You know, let's have everybody have a party.
Yeah.
And Jodie was the same. She was so warm, so welcoming, so full of energy and life that it was infectious. And so the crew loved her. Everybody loved Jodie. And so you're going to have a good time.
Did you have to think twice when you got the call to say, would you like to come back? Did you even need to think for a microsecond, or was it immediate? Yes.
It was immediate. As soon as my agent phoned and said, Andy Pryor, who's the casting director for Doctor Who's, been in touch, I just burst into tears.
Oh,
it was amazing.
get you.
I didn't think that I was, I didn't think that, but it was almost like, oh, I didn't realise that that's what I've been wanting all these years, you know? It was amazing.
Was there kind of a nervousness of coming back and thinking, oh, do people actually remember me? Are they going to want to see me again?
Sure. Well, it was amazing because my very first day on set, I was on my own. So we were shooting this scene in an art gallery. And I thought, oh, nobody's going to know who I am. So I sort of walked on the set and the first AD, before we did anything, just said, I'd just like to say before we start, welcome back, Sophie Aldred. And everybody started applauding.
Did you have a moment?
And I did, because the crew were young, but they kept coming up to me and going, oh, I love Ace, Ace is my favourite. It felt like coming home.
Oh, you still got to wear the coolest outfits and you got all the coolest stunts.
You did.
You really did.
Yeah.
You did.
Well, I said to Chris Chibnall, he said, what do you think Ace would be doing? And I said, well, she'd be doing her own stunts, that's for sure.
She certainly would.
She'd be, and true to his word, because I thought, well, there's no way he's going to be able to write me very much in.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I end up beating up another Dalek with a baseball bat and jumping off the building with a parachute.
Really interesting.
And I did it all myself.
Nobody knows the character of Ace better than you, do they? You know, we all love the character, obviously, but you've lived with Ace for all this time. And of course, you book out a couple of years ago, didn't you, at Childhood's End? Any more of those coming? Do you think of any more itches to scratch there with this character?
Yeah, I've written, I wrote an origin story which went into a book.
I've seen the book, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm really proud of that because that really is all my own work. And as I was writing, it just kind of came out of me. And as I wrote it, I was thinking, oh, the fans are going to love this. I put as many Easter eggs in.
You know what fans want. You know what fans are going to enjoy.
To the point at which the head teacher at the end is called Mr. Michaels because of Michael Sheard, who played the headmaster in Remembrance of the Daleks.
Brilliant.
So all things like that.
It all puts in. And it's good to come back, I guess, and see the fans because this is a job for life, isn't it? Doing Doctor Who is a job for life.
Thank goodness. Thank you to you fans.
Well, thank you, Sophie. It honestly has been an absolute pleasure. It's just been lovely to chat to you. Thank you.
It means the world to us and to them. They're watching on YouTube and Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you so much.
And we'll put you on the spot now and say, come on, maybe, and do a full interview with us. Right, there we go. You heard it here live.
We're the only podcast you've ever been on.
You've got to do it. Thank you again, Sophie, so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat to you. Brilliant to see you here. Say hello to Sylvester from us. We're hoping to catch Sylvester. We haven't given up on it quite just yet. We've just seen him getting into the lift, so we know he's in the building. So we hope to catch Sylvester's on. Thank you very much again.
Thank you
very so much. Thank you so much, Sophie.
Take care.
Stay tuned. See more on Type 40 Live very, very soon. We're still here.
We are at Whoverville 14 at the Quad in Derby.
Say something nice.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Quad in Derby. Here we are at Whoverville. We are having the best day of all. The people around here are just fantastic. One of the best people we've met so far is this guy here. This is Cooper. Meet Cooper, everybody.
Hello,
Cooper. Who have you come as today?
I've come as the Seventh Doctor, basically a mix of his TV appearance and the TV movie appearance.
And why have you come as Sylvester?
Because, well, Sylvester's a good doctor. I love him. He's a
That
great
is the
doctor.
right answer. Yes.
He's a great doctor.
Is he your favourite?
That goes to John Pertwee.
Oh, yes.
But Sylvester is an extremely close second.
So have you got a John Pertwee costume as well?
I have got a John
Oh.
Pertwee costume as well.
You need to change at lunchtime and come out this afternoon.
I haven't brought it with me.
So tell us about this costume. What have we got here?
So we've got main
jacket, brilliant.
Main jacket. We've got
You've got the paisley scarf.
Paisley scarf.
Oh, this is okay. So this is the official paisley scarf, Doctor Who.
Yes. I've got a little pocket watch in here.
Fantastic.
Over here we've got some sonic screwdriver.
Of course, we have no doctor to play without a sonic screwdriver.
And then we've got TARDIS key.
Of course, we got the TARDIS key. Let's have a look at the TARDIS key closer on the TARDIS key. There we go, and it's the proper classic TARDIS key.
Yes.
You've got a very rich Candyman.
Yes.
We need a close up on the Candyman badge.
Candyman
There
badge
we
right
go.
there.
There's the Candyman badge.
A lot of this, the inner jackets
The
and
waistcoat.
the jacket here, it's mainly from like charity shops and.
So you went around charity
I
shops,
went
picked
around
all this stuff up
this
yourself.
stuff out
Brilliant.
with help of my father over there.
This is Dad over there. We're going to get a shot on Dad. Hiya. And did you make some of it yourself? Did you have to make any of it, or is it all bought?
It's basically all raw, yeah.
And what about the hats? Because the hats are just perfect.
The
hats
hat, this is from my previous cosplays. This is when I was like 7 years old, so.
It still fits.
It still fits, well, kind of, just enough.
Fantastic. And are you having a good time today? Where are we?
We're in Derby.
At
what?
And the convention is
Whoverville, 14.
best convention in the world. Are you having a good time?
I am having a very good time.
Have you seen anybody yet? Have you seen any?
I've seen the panel with Sylvester and Sophie. This is actually my first Whoverville, so.
Has you first got to convention, which is
No.
Have you been to others?
I've been to others, yeah. I've been to a couple, yeah.
And so you're having a good time. What are you going to see this afternoon? You know what we're doing? Any plans? Lots to do.
Just do as it goes.
Fantastic.
Soak up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Cooper. What an absolute star. Let's have thumbs up. And what have people got to do? They've got to watch Type 40, haven't they?
Yeah, watch Type 40.
We're still at Hooverville 14 in Derby.
Having the best day.
That's been the best day. I'm cream crackered. How about you, Simon?
I'm water frazzled.
Do you want to get any crisp puns in? Will Hadcroft, proper writer Will Hadcroft, friend of the show, Will Hadcroft.
Great. Number 2 in DWM Poll. That's not a bad goal.
Number 2, congratulations on that. I'm glad you remembered. Congratulations. Yeah.
I thought I'd get that in.
Quite right, too.
The Resurrection Plant, number 2, voted for by fans too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only number 2? How rude.
Well, what's interesting is that number 1 is the power of the Daleks.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
I'll let them off, but that's not an audio original. That's a reading of a target book. So I'm going to say I'm number 1 in the audio original.
You're number 1 for us.
I've invented
mate.
my own categories.
You're number 1 for us. If you can't blow your own trumpet, who can?
Absolutely.
Obviously, you can't really blow your own trumpet. Here, people would stare. But what have you enjoyed the most about Hooverville 14 here in Derby today?
I'd have to say,
Apart from meeting us, obviously.
Obviously, after Type 40 Live, I would say Paul McGann. I was absolutely riveted.
Live on stage.
He's a great guest. Yeah, he's a great guest. He could do the whole. He could do another hour, and you would not tire.
We're still hoping. We're still hoping to get him on. Stay tuned, Paul. If you're watching this, which you will be, come and find us. We need to chat with you, mate.
In fact, I think he could have just ducked behind the wall.
Okay. We keep doing this, don't we? We keep missing people.
Just grab them, rustle them in. Yeah, there's so much to see at this convention, though, bro. Lots of things. We're in the digital studio at the moment, so we've got lots of merchandise, lots of dealers all around us, various bargains and bundles and all kinds of things. So have you picked up any bargains today? You've got your eye on anything before you go to take away as a memento of this wonderful day?
I've just been doing the panels. I've not even been in the dealer's room yet, so still time. We'll see.
Is it the first time you've been to convention for a while?
No, 2018.
Okay, just before
when they
COVID.
started doing Big Finish Day here.
Yeah.
Because I'd always wanted to do a Big Finish Day, but they were always down in Slough or Windsor
Correct,
or somewhere
they
like that. And I wasn't prepared to make the journey. So when they moved it up north, I thought, right, Big Finish Day. So I came to that, to this quad in Derby, a wonderful venue, perfect for this sort of thing. Loved Big Finish Day, so I came again the following year. And then after COVID, whichever one came after that. And Steve, who runs it, always says, and we've got Whoverville in the autumn, you see. So I come with a relative of mine, Mark, and we both sort of said after the third one, should we try Whoverville? Mm-hmm. Because it's run by the same people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we did that last year. Also, coincidentally, it came out at the same time as my audio. So I was able to sit with Fraser Hines and do some little signing.
Brilliant.
But I would have come anyway.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this year, back again. Yeah, so I'm a regular now. Yeah.
Good.
Prior to 2018, I hadn't been to a convention for many years.
But I mean, I've been saying today that this is the best convention because it's just so friendly, it's so sociable. You can just bump into people while you are here. It's very small scale.
Talking about friendly, Simon, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at the moment, and we've got some comments too. So Crimpling Doubloon says, "Ahoy, Will!" You've got a special. Ahoy, Will! And the Retro Doc Gary Akers says, "Hello, Will. Simon has shed his coat since the last video."
I have.
Eagle-eyed Gary Akers. As
It's
always,
hot. It's hot stuff in here.
It is getting hot. I'm going to sign off in a moment. Come to think of it. Yeah, but we've got lots to see. Lots more people to meet. Will, have you eaten yet?
Have I eaten? I have, yes.
Yeah,
so I'm not starving.
There's a brilliant coffee shop here as well.
I'll prop you two guys up.
We're marching on our stomachs, everybody. See what else there is to see and who else we can meet here at Whoverville 14 in Quad at Derby. It's back to Type 40 Live here at Whoverville 14 in Quad in Derby. And who have we found this time? We've both got badges of mathematical excellence to show Matthew Waterhouse here.
Round of applause for Matthew Waterhouse. Thank you so much, Matthew, for agreeing to do this. Literally, look, I was a kid when I was watching you. I think we're probably very similar age. I was a kid when I was watching you in Doctor Who. So, you know, I got so upset when you died in Earthshock. That kind of puts it in context, doesn't it? I bet you were upset when you died in Earthshock.
I was a bit surprised. I knew I'd done 2 years in Doctor Who, so I was happy, not unhappy to leave because 2 years was a fairly usual run. But when they said I was going to die, I was a bit, ooh. But then I realised how cool it was and how unique it was and what a big moment it was.
People still talking about it now.
I know, it's one of the most famous moments.
Cultural touchstone, Matthew, a cultural touchstone.
Cultural touchstone.
You are a cultural.
I'm a cultural touchstone.
And no, you're not just an actor, but you're a writer as well. Two novels in there for Big Finish.
2 Doctor Who novels, Doctor Who short story for BBC Books, and 2 Doctor Who novels for Big Finish, audio novels. Prisoners of London, about the 5th Doctor, Adric from Tegan, and Watchers, the 4th Doctor and Adric, taking place when you keep trapped in the Metropolis. So, if you haven't heard them yet,
it's all good stuff. It's from the golden era of Doctor Who.
How have these stories come to you? Have they sat with you for a little while? It's been an itch that you wanted to scratch, or was it a case of you got talking to the guys at Big Finish and wouldn't it be funny? Which one was that?
No, I think it was very much they asked. They were launching a series of audio novels. I think because of COVID, because they thought maybe we can't get back into the studio with a big cast for a while. So they didn't know. So they thought, let's try novels, which would take only one performer to do. So I think that was the trigger. I haven't actually asked them. I think it was. So they asked me because I'd written a short story for a book called Charming Story. So they knew that I not only had fiction published, but I'd actually written a Doctor Who story. So I think that's why they thought, well, he's a person who might be worth asking. But I was delighted to be asked, and I found it a thrilling experience. It was really interesting, bringing the characters back to life, finding the location of their story, which is the big thing with the first basic thing with the Doctor Who stories: where are they going to go? When they open those TARDIS doors, and what planet is it? That's the big first question to ask. So it's great fun, really interesting to do.
Now, for a long time, you seemed to go away from Doctor Who for quite a long time, and you've very, very much come back into the fold now, haven't you? Was there a reason why you went to live in the States for a while?
Yes. Yeah,
was that why you sort of drifted away from Doctor Who? Was there a reason why you sort of went quiet, as it were?
Not exactly. I mean, but I think I was slow about doing the audio dramas.
Yes.
I wasn't sure how good they would be.
Right.
But then they asked me to do another series from Big Finish do called Dark Shadows, which I'm very fond of. And that was doing Dark Shadows and also doing the audio book of the Visitation, the Target novelisation.
Right. Yep.
Those two things made me think I really like doing this actually. So that's what. So I got in touch with Big Finish saying, "You're right. If you want to use me in the dramas with Peter, Jen, and Sarah, then I'd be very happy to do it." It did take me a long time to get around to doing it, but now I'm very.
You offered to do your life as well when you got here.
Well, yes. I mean, I was
several books on your Doctor Who related.
Yeah. 3 novels, a book of short stories, and of course a memoir,
Blue Box Boy, which is fantastic.
A memoir about.
That's brilliant. It's a really interesting read, isn't it? It's a very interesting read on lots and lots of levels, isn't it?
So what do you enjoy most about conventions, Matthew? And where do you think Whoverville sits in the great conventions that get run all over the world?
This is actually a very nice size. You know, it's not too big. It's people are friendly. Everyone's having a good time. It's quite a pleasant atmosphere. I think this is Whoverville. I've done Derby with Steve Hatcher before. I think I've done a Whoverville. I think I've done a Big Finish Day, which he also knows. And they're always fun. People seem to really enjoy it. It's a good vibe. You know, I've got some terrific guests, Sylvester and Sophie and everybody, and the punters like it, and I think it's enjoyable.
And of course, the thing to remember is you were, and I'm guessing still are, a big Doctor Who fan.
Oh yeah, I was very much in the original series a member of the audience, a natural member of the audience.
Yeah.
So very fond.
Did you go to conventions back in the day? Or
every so often, yes.
So as a fan, you would go to.
Oh no, I never went to convention. The only convention I went to as a fan actually was a Hammer Horror convention.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, the Hammer Horror. It was a little thing. Mainly, it was actually watching Hammer Horror films that they never showed on TV.
Okay.
So it was mainly sitting in the cinema watching. But then, like Dave Prowse was the main guest.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
You played a monster in Hammer
Horror.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So the only convention I've been to as a fan was Hammer Horror convention when I was about 18.
Dark Shadows. You've got the chills. I mean, you seem to have that horror book.
Well, I like that gothic, foggy gothic vibe. Yeah. Of course, Doctor Who is the combination of science fiction and gothic atmosphere. That's what it is. Yes. A good Doctor Who story puts together science and technological fiction with the atmosphere of ghost stories and Hammer Horror kind of gothic stuff. So that's what it is. A good Doctor Who story combines those things.
And would you say you're still a Doctor Who fan?
I'm very fond of it.
Classic or the new series?
I'm very, sometimes for work reasons, for doing the behind the sofa for the Blu-rays, I get to see old episodes of the classic series. I still think that's interesting and inventive and enjoyable and well made. Studio-based taped television, that's what they are. And I still think they're interesting and highly inventive. The modern show is a very different thing, but it's brilliantly done, brilliant cast. I'm quite looking forward to seeing Judy Gatway, who's a fantastic actor, and I think they're all great. It's a 21st century show now, so there's no point in saying it's not, oh dear, it's not. It's a Curse of Peladon, but it can't. It has to be a different thing. But I think it's a brilliant piece of television. And I think Judy Gatway's going to be terrific. So yeah, it's all.
And when you're sitting there doing the back behind the sofas and you're watching these things again, I'm always intrigued. As a fan, can you actually? You give a very good impression that you're watching this for the first time. But I'm always thinking, he's a fan. Of course he knows what the plot is. Of course he knows what's going to happen. But can you remember stuff?
Sometimes. I mean, sometimes if I look like I'm not sure. What's going on? I probably don't remember because I haven't. It's not that I.
So you're not sitting watching the Curse of Peladon?
No, I don't sit in my flat watching Doctor Who. No, it's true. I don't. I'm too close to it. I'm too involved with it to do that. So I don't do it. So, but another thing I really do enjoy watching. And sometimes yes, I remember that. I remember that monster. I remember that character. I remember that scene. So a lot of it. Doctor Who was a very vivid show for the right. When you're a child, it really does burn into your imagination. It's very vivid. There's lots of stuff stays with you.
He says that about burning into your imagination.
Yeah, it sears into the brain. It's one of those programs. It is unique. It is like in a bottle, and that's why it sears into your brain. But you must be very proud to be a part of that.
Oh, I love it. It's great being part of it.
So lots of pictures, I think, wow, I actually was a key part of that.
Well, yeah, I think
do.
as a professional actor, anything that gives you a career over many decades is a great gift.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to stay around. People like me and Sarah Sutton, we've been playing these characters on and off for over 40 years. People who get to be an actor, professional actor, for a long, long time. It's a great gift. It's wonderful.
And despite that cultural touchstone, on-screen dead, Adric lives, Doctor Who lives. Well, what's next for Matthew Waterhouse? What have you got? Another book coming, more audios? What are you looking
Probably talking about possibly another book. I'm not sure, but I don't know. But definitely more audios. Yes, definitely more audios. Yeah, that's coming up.
So you're not leaving Doctor Who anytime soon?
No, it doesn't look that way. No.
Fantastic. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you, Matthew, after all these years. Honestly, it really is. Thank you so much for giving us the time to chat. Matthew Waterhouse, everybody.
Hello out there in YouTube, Twitter and Facebook land. Dan Hadley, Birmingham's King of the Geeks, still live at Whoverville 14 in Derby at Quad. And who have I got next to me? It's only Ian Kubiak of Cygnus Alpha Events. It's been a long day, Ian. We're nearly at the close of Whoverville 14. How's your day been? What's been like for you?
Before I answer that, this is the first time I've seen you in person. You're a lot smaller.
No, I'm not. There's ladies going to be watching this.
Well,
smaller?
Yes.
Not tall.
Not as tall as I thought. Maybe
we're about the same height.
Maybe your normal chair, where you do the normal videos, you're high up, perhaps.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
It's all in how one places the camera, isn't it? Enough about me, Ian. Let's hear about you.
I think Whoverville's a lovely event.
Yes.
I always like to bring guests to it to sponsor the events, and it's great that organisers can work in collaboration with each other and support each other's events. I think that's nice when people work together like that.
He's saying that now. What was it you called? No, they do. And it's a lovely atmosphere here. Yeah. Yourself, we've seen Steve Hatcher here, who was on the show last week. Keith Barnfather, who's been on so many of our shows. Well, he's floating around, and there is that lovely air of cooperation and community and family.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely, lovely event. Yeah, and people should come to it as well as to mine.
So this event now is just winding down. What is next for you? What have Cygnus Alpha events got coming for people to book up for?
So I've got my Sold Out event on the 4th of November. You've got a note. Look at that. There's a note that's just come in.
Sorry.
The time controller, which is sold out on the 4th of November, which is at the
time controller activated.
Yeah,
that's the one. Isn't it?
It's as if she's in the room, and that's at the Macbeth Centre, which was the location used for Remembrance of the Daleks. We've got Sylvester, Sophie, and various other people attending that. Then there's Spearhead Live 3 next year on May the 4th at the Wood Norton, which is the location used for Spearhead from Space for all the hospital scenes, and when famously John Pertwee was in the shower, and the shower is still there.
Yes, I've been talking to Tim Trelaw about that, actually.
Yes,
a story to tell.
Tim has been in the shower many a time. And it was also used for robots, for all of the think tank scenes, and also with the robot at the end when the Doctor drives down in Bessie and throws the washing up liquid over it. So it was all filmed at Wood Norton. So
it does feel like the right place, doesn't it? For the kind of events that they always look like really sunny events.
Very hot.
So you've announced that these events do sell out quite quickly, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what would you advise people to do if they don't want to? Because the people out there who've missed Whoverville 14, you don't want them to miss Spearhead 3, do you? So what are they best doing?
I think people should just look to book the tickets as soon as they can for all events that you want to go to.
I couldn't say any fairer than that. So everything is winding down now. I'm cream crackered. Going to go and get a bite to eat and something to drink before we have a drive back. But what's been your best memory of your time here at this event?
I think I think it's what I get from all events is seeing so many happy people.
It is like that, isn't it? Yeah. It's been a real revelation and a resurrection.
And a remembrance.
Yay! The 4 R's here at Whoverville 14 in Derby with us. At Type 40 Live, Simon Horton's just walked in. Everybody, we're going to go and find somebody else and pester them now. But for now, Ian Kubiak, great to meet you in person. At long last.
Goodbye.
Get on it. Follow his events. Follow him on Twitter and everywhere else, and get yourself booked up. We'll speak to you in a couple of minutes. We've got more coming, I think.
Yeah.
Simon, we've got thumbs up from Simon. See you in a moment. Hey. Happy days.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are still here. The day is nearly done, but we are still here at Whoverville, here in Derby. And here we are, our last stop of the day, but our best stop of the day is the Telos table. This is the legend that is David Howe. We know because he's got his name plaque just there. David, how's it been? How's the convention been for you? Have you sold lots?
He needs a moment. We've lost him. He's glazed over, Simon. But should we just look at the books?
It's possible we have frozen. It could be.
Frozen.
Yeah, it could well be that the internet connection is not good here. So David's frozen.
I'll just reboot. There we go.
Yeah.
Hello, Simon. Good to meet you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello,
again.
all you people out there in live YouTube land.
Yeah.
It's fabulous to see all.
David Howe.
One of you. That's
David
brilliant.
Yes, there's hundreds of them.
Awesome.
Both of them are watching. All
Both
together.
are watching. That's
Both
brilliant.
are watching.
That's brilliant. Yeah, as long as you don't need to make your tea, you'll be fine. Hello,
So
Simon.
what have we got here for sale?
We've
then?
been having a fabulous day here.
The Target book.
We've been having a fabulous day here, Simon. It's been really, really popular.
Good.
We've
always popular.
Really well. We are. So what we've got here, you probably can't see on the table, but my lovely wife, who is standing over there, being
There she is. Hello, Sam.
Hi.
Well, Sam is over there. So we've got a number of her books here, thrillers and science fiction, horror, vampire series, and Cthulhian horror, and all sorts of stuff happening here. So this is all great. We've also got a whole pile of books here that Mr. Stephen Walker from Telos sort of did.
Who was around earlier.
That's a lovely book on vintage pulp fiction cover artwork.
There's a book here by somebody called David J. Howe. We don't know who that is.
Brilliant book of short stories. That we've got other books, but then the main thing, if you scroll down, I have three of Telos's very, very esteemed and important authors here. So in turn, we have Mr. Andrew-Mark Thompson.
They don't pay us. We're slaves.
Keep signing. Keep signing.
Yeah, you can't stop just because you were being talked to.
So Andrew has a book called This Is This Is a Fake, which is a fabulous book of things that never were, the might have beens, the could have beens, the should have beens, of Doctor Who merchandise and events and all.
Everybody wants a Wotan War Machine carriage clock.
It's a fabulous
wants
book.
one.
So this is
nobody wants a Tom Baker orangutan doll.
Andrew, that is deeply disturbing.
Yeah, it's slightly disturbing. That's something that you can't unsee. That is.
We'll be in touch, mate. We'll be in touch.
So this is one of Telos's 60th anniversary books, so we're very proud of. Sitting next to young Andrew is young Mr. Daryl Joyce, who is the author of a book called The Illustrated Journey, which is an incredible art book.
This is quite something.
300 odd, Daryl?
324, I believe.
324 pictures. That's the chair, not me. Pictures.
It's your hip, isn't it?
Doctor Who, past and present and probably future, all in one gorgeous coffee table volume. So we're very proud of that 60th anniversary
Just
book from Telos.
absolutely
It's an
stunning.
astonishingly good book. That's lovely. And then sitting next to Daryl, we have the awesome Mr. Alistair McGowan, who has the fanzine book, which is an amazing chronicle of Doctor Who fandom and fanzines in the UK from the very beginning of the show in '63 right the way through to the end of the 1980s, the golden age. So it's amazing.
A little bit beyond.
And it even includes one of Simon's fanzines.
It does. This is a superb piece of work.
It's astonishing.
Not least because it's got a piece of my some of my old Second Dimension magazines in here. I bet you don't know what page they're on, do you?
Towards the back.
Towards the back. Is that because you saved the best stuff?
It's in chronological.
Oh, okay then. There we go. I found it immediately.
Well, I've got that one.
There we go. You can see a cover for Second Dimension there. I'll sign that for you if you'd like me to.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I've got a video of your daytime live appearance.
all right. Moving on. We don't talk about
we've had
daytime.
a smashing day here, signing books, meeting people, smiling. All the books are available from www.telos.co.uk. And as you can see, Andrew is still signing his, but we've got limited numbers of signed copies now.
He's not being allowed out.
He's not allowed out in the finishes. That's right. Yes. No. So we've had a great day, Simon. It's been brilliant. This is always a good convention. It's one of the best in the country.
It is one of the best.
It is one of the best in the country.
Why? Because I think it's just so damn
It's
friendly.
because Steve Hatcher and Andrew, who are the kind of co-organisers, put so much love and effort into it.
Yeah.
And they bring all the right people. It's a lovely venue in Derby. It's been a nice sunny day. It's been beautiful. And I think they just know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it just all works. It's
And
brilliant.
everybody's friendly.
Well, mostly.
Well, apart from you, obviously.
me.
And that bloke over there,
Yeah, over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who can say?
Who can say?
So
yeah, we've had a great time. It's been really
fantastic,
nice.
fantastic,
Thank you.
and thank you very much. These guys have stayed open for us right to the very end of the day because what time is it now? We're live. It's 4:30. Is it?
17:20.
Coming up to 5:30. So
UK time.
So the convention is winding up, which is why you guys are our last stop.
Thank
and
you.
Say our best.
Winding down.
Winding down.
Not up.
Winding up. We could have a debate about that one, couldn't we? Thank you very much for staying.
Thank you, all people in Tonyland.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
disconnect us. Thank you so much for that. As I say, David is quite right. Go on telos.co.uk, David, is that it? Telos.co.uk and get your books from Telos. They're fantastic. Honestly, just look at them. Who wouldn't want them?
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you again. More Type 40 Live.
Bye-bye.